Hi, fourth grade friends, and welcome to day 3 of solving problems about time and money. Yesterday, our focus was on time. Today, we are focused on money. So today, as a group, we're going to be doing pages 589, 590, 589, 590, and 592 together. And then on your own, you're going to be doing page 594. So then we can wrap up with a review tomorrow and have our comprehension check on Friday. Do not forget your blue iReady lesson is due this Friday if you have not already completed it, okay? So we're gonna jump right on in to page 589. So Prim buys 3 muffins at the school bake sale. Each muffin costs 75 cents. She also buys a cookie for 50 cents. Prim gives Mr. Hall a $5 bill. How much change does she get? So again, 2-step word problem here. We have to first figure out the total number of her goodies, and then we need to, whatever we get for a total, we need to subtract from the $5 bill she gives Mr. Hall to figure out how much change she should get back. So let's write down the important information here. So 3 muffins and 1 cookie. Now, we know the price of the cookie is 50 cents. However, the price of 1 muffin is 75 cents. That means we need to multiply or add 75 cents 3 times, okay? To get our total. And then once we get these 2 added together for a total cost, then we will be able to subtract that total from the $5 to figure out how much money she will get back, okay? So, we're gonna go over a strategy here, and then we're going to see how we do with it, okay? So, we know that each muffin is 75 cents, right? So, we can go and add 75 cents 3 times. Notice I'm lining up my decimal points and my zeros as well, okay? So, if we add these up, we have 5 plus 5 plus 5, which is 15. We're going to carry our 1. 7 plus 7 is 14. Plus 1 more is 15. Plus 7 more is 22. Because 7 times 3 is 21. Plus 1 more is 22. So 2. And then we're going to carry the 2. We're also going to bring down our decimal. 2 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 2. Okay? So this is how much the muffins are. Now, we also have to add the price of the 1 cookie. She only got 1, so we don't need to do anything extra with that cost. We just have to add the 50 cents to our running total. So 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus nothing is 2. So it looks like to me that the total cost is $2.75. However, that is not our answer because the question is asking how much change does she get. So this is the total when Mr. Hall tells her this is what she's being told. She then hands him a $5 bill. So when she hands him the $5 bill, what Mr. Hall is going to do is find the difference of these 2 costs, and then whatever is left over is the change he will give back to her. So clearly we need to regroup, because we can't have zeros in the numerator, oh my goodness, in the top, right? We can't take something away from nothing. So we're going to start with our 5, and we're going to take a group away, so it's going to become a 4. We're going to give that group a 10 to the tens place. But we need to do that again to give some 10s to our ones place. So we're going to take a 10 away, which leaves us with 9 in the tens, and then we're going to give a 10 to my 0. So now every number on the top is larger than the one on the bottom, so we can do our math now. So 10 take away 5 is 5. 9 take away 7 is 2. 4 take away 2 is 2. So she gives 2. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong number. I was looking at muffins. So the total is $2.75. She gives a 5. That means she's actually going to get $2.25 back. So this right here is her change, okay? So our sentence to go along with it is Mr. Hall will give Prim $2.25 for change. Again, we had to first figure out how much the muffins cost. This was step 1, finding out the price of the muffins. Then we had to add the total of the cookie to get the total cost altogether. So technically there was 2 steps there. And then once we did that, we could then use the $5 bill she gave Mr. Hall, subtract the total cost of the goodies, and then that way we were able to get her change back, okay? Now, I believe that's the clear way to go about this. But for some, this might not make sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you another sample down here, okay? So, we know that $1 is equal to 4 quarters, right? So I want everyone writing this with me. This is just a bonus strategy, okay? So that means $5, which is what she's giving Mr. Hall, is equal to 20 quarters because 5 times 4 is 20, right? So it's like saying she's giving 20 quarters. She's really giving a $5 bill, but just for the sake of conversion, it's similar to 20 quarters. They're equivalent. So 75 cents is equal to 3 quarters. So 3 muffins, I'm just going to say 3M, is equal to 9 quarters. 50 cents is equal to 2 quarters. So 1 cookie is equal to 2 quarters. Sorry, friends, I know I'm kind of writing over the words there, but it says 2 quarters. So Prim spends $9 quarters plus 2 quarters, which is equal to 11 quarters, right? 20 quarters, which is the total number of quarters she technically gave Mr. Hall, minus 11 quarters that she's spending is equal to 9 quarters. Now, we already know that $1 is worth 4 quarters. That means 9 quarters is equal to $2.25. So 9 quarters is equal to $2.25. So $2.25 is her change. So this is just a way to go about it by converting everything into quarters, okay? So you could have done it like this, adding up the money this way. You also could have put it in relation to quarters, okay? 2 different strategies here, both essentially giving you the same answer, okay? If you have any questions, please, please, please ask. If you need to pause to write any of this down, also totally fine. I just want to show you this super quick. So this is just a visual of what we did on the front page. So muffin, 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 cookie. And then it's easier to count on when you have the money in front of you. And then what they did here is just convert the change into bill form as well, okay? And they crossed out they crossed out what she spent, so the leftover is what she didn't spend. So this is the leftover. So $2, and then this is a quarter, so $2.25, okay? Sorry about that interruption, friends. I am at school, so we have to deal with that. But if you don't have any questions, we're going to jump right on along to page 592. So your independent page is going to be very similar to this one, okay? So just so you're aware, it's great to work through these with me. That way you know what you're doing on your independent page. So Aaron buys 1.5 pounds of cheese and 4 bottles of water. 1 pound of cheese costs $10. Each bottle of water costs half a dollar. Aaron gives the clerk a $20 bill. How much change does he get? Okay? So again, very similar to the one we just did together. So first things first, we need to figure out the total number of the total cost of everything he is buying, and then we need to find the difference between what he gives the clerk and the cost of his purchase. So first thing, we have to figure out the cost of his purchase. So 1.5 pounds of cheese LBS is the abbreviation for pounds. So 1.5 pounds of cheese. So I'm just going to equals cheese. And cheese is $10 each. Okay? Water bottle costs $half and he gets 4. So 4 bottles. And then each one is worth $half. $half is 50 cents because 50 cents plus 50 cents is 100 cents or $1. So that means that each of these are 50 cents each. So what we can do is figure out how much each of these cost because he did get more than one of everything. So if 1 pound of cheese is $10, half a pound of cheese would be half of 10, right? So 10 plus half of 10, which is 5, would be $15, which is the total amount of cheese, right? That equals the amount of cheese he bought. So it's $15 for cheese. He got 4 bottles of water for 50 cents each. So that means 2 bottles is equal to $1, right? 50 cents plus 50 cents is $1. So if he got 4 bottles, that means he spent $2 on water. So then we could do $15 plus $2 is equal to $17. This is the total cost of his purchase. Now, that's not what they're asking. They're asking for the change if he gives the clerk a $20 bill. So that means we're going to have to take the $20 bill he gave the clerk and subtract the 17, find the difference, and the difference will be what he receives as change. So 10 take away 7 is 3. 1 take away 1 is nothing. So his change is $3. Okay, so the solution, $3. Now, friends, I'm working through this with you. I am going step by step to make sure we have all of the information we need, okay? We're going to follow the same strategy for 8 and 9. So number 8, Kesha has $3,600. She uses $1,900 to pay rent. She uses half of the money that is left to pay the bills. Then she puts the rest in her savings account. How much money does Keisha put in her savings account? So first we need to figure out the leftover after rent, right? So we're going to take $3,600 and take away $1,900 or $1,900. So we have 0 take away 0, 0 take away 0. If we regroup, 16 take away 9 is 7, and then 2 take away 1 is 1. So this is the leftover after rent. Now she uses half of this money to pay the bills, and then she puts the rest in savings. So half is going into her savings, half is going to bills. So we're going to divide this in half. So we're going to divide this number by 2. So 1,700 divided by 2. So now we can think, 2 times what gets me close to 17 without going over? Well, I know 2 times 8 is 16, so let's start there. So if I do 16, I'm left with 1. I bring down my 0, right? So then 2 times what gets me 10, that's going to be a 5. And I'm left with 0, and then I bring down a 0. I cannot do anything, so I'm just going to leave that as 0. So half of 1,700 is 850. Now, that means half is being left to pay the bill, so that means this part is going to bills, but that also means another 850 is going into her savings because we cut this 1,700 in half equally. So yes, she is putting 850 into her bills, but she is also putting 850 into her savings account because that is the leftover. So we cut this in half. So we did 1,700 minus 850, right? So this is her bills. So if we do the regrouping there, we're going to have to borrow from some friends. Oops, I did not need to do that. I apologize. So we have 0 take away 0, which is 0. 10 take away 5 is 5. 16 take away 8 is 8. So they match, and it's because we literally just cut this number in half, so 2 equal pieces. So that's why she's putting 850 towards bills and 850 in her savings, okay? So we just had to find the difference from rent, right, from what she started with, cut that leftover in half. Half is going into bills, half is going into savings. Now our last one, number 9. Knox has 3 $10 bills. So essentially he has $30, right? Because 3 times 10 is 30. He spends $7.50 on a book and $9.25 on a pizza. How much does Knox have left? So first we need to figure out how much he spent on the book and pizza. So we're going to add $7.50 plus $9.25. So we have 0 plus 5, which is 5. 5 plus 2, which is 7. 9 plus 7, which is 16. So he spent $16.75 on the book and pizza. But that's not what it's asking. It's asking us how much does he have left. So he started with 30. He spent this. So we need to find the difference of these two numbers to figure out his leftovers. So we have $30, take away $16.75. So we're going to have to do a bunch of regrouping here. So just give me a second to do that. And then we have 10 take away 5, which is 5. 9 take away 7, which is 2. I'm going to bring down my decimal. 9 minus 6, which is 3. Oops. And then 2 minus 1, which is 1. So our leftover for Knox is $13.25. So that means we are circling B. We can also check this by adding $16.75 and $13.25 and making sure we add up and get 30, okay? So we have $16.75 plus $13.25. 5 plus 5 is 10. 7 plus 1 is 8, plus 2 more is 10. Bring down my decimal. 6 plus 1 is 7, plus 3 more is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. We add back up to our start of 30, which proves to us that B is correct, okay? So friends, if you have any questions at all, please ask. If not, you are welcome to use this as a model while you complete page 594 on your own. Just make sure you show me when you are done to get credit for your independent page, and then you can work on either your iReady lessons, if you owe me them still, your iReady path, or reflex, okay? Have fun. I'm here if you need me. Bye, guys.